starting at what was originally the old Bustard Inn on the edge of Salisbury Plain. This is the old coach road from Devizes to Salisbury, and we're looking back towards Salisbury. This is the Bustard Inn as it is today. There's a campsite there as well, caravans. That's the road to Westdown. And if we come on round, this is the road that we're going to go down. This takes you right out onto the plain. The Vedette post is there to the right. And that's the road that we'll be going down. That takes you eventually to Redhorn Hill and then eventually to Devizes. It's only open on certain days, obviously when there's no firing. And that road goes to our OP3, which is on the Lark Hill range. But that's where we're going now, on the old coach road. Just look at these plants and flowers that you can see out on the plain. They're absolutely fantastic. A mixture of all sorts. There's the road, so it's going to carry on. That's the old coach road. And back that way is the road. It used to go to the old RAEOP3 site. And there's the road that we've just come in on. That goes back to Bustard and Vedette. You can hear the bird song, but already it's very quiet out here. There's no wind, thankfully, today, so hopefully this video won't be too ruined. As you follow that track back along, that goes out onto the Westdown Road, eventually Tills Head. Anyway, let's carry back along on the old coach road. We'll go another half mile and then we'll show you some more. And this is where we've just come back down from. That's from the Bustard. It goes back up the hill. If you look across, you can just see. Should be able to make out that wood. That wood there is the one that you come down through and then ends up at Greenland's camp. And you might be able to just make out. Well, there's Greenland's camp, look. We should go back through there later on. But in the meantime, we're going to carry along. And up here, there's the road that we're carrying on along. We're going to go up through the trees, and then the next stop will be the finger post, which is the dividing point between Lavington and Devizes on the old coach road, look. So we'll go up there and have a look. This is the finger post. Thing is, since I last came out here, they've gone. I hope they've gone away to be renovated and not just been vandalised. If you look back down, there's the road that we've just come in on. That goes back to the Bustard. If you look across, should be able to make out, look at those tanks. Nice and quiet out here today. That's what I like. Now what's that out there? Some sort of building. You can't go to it though. You get blown up if you tried. And there's the road that's looking towards Devizes and Redhorn Hill. So we'll go out there just a little way further on, just to go out to the middle of the area to show you what that's like. So that's where we're going to go next to then. Let's go there and have a look. Right, we've now come right out into the middle of the impact area on the West Down range on Salisbury Plain. If you ever wondered what it's like to be out here in the middle of nowhere on the plain, well, this is it. Absolutely lovely out here. Should be able to make out. I don't know if you can see them, are they? Yeah, look. That's one of those tripod things at West Lavington. At Kotec, I think that's called. There you are, you can look across, you're right out here. There's a lot to be said for the army being here. I think what this would be like if it wasn't a military training area. I think it'd probably be roads and things, and we don't want that. It certainly takes my breath away. I hope it takes yours away too. The scenery is fantastic out here. If you're lucky enough to be able to come out here, then do come out here. It's fantastic. Personally speaking, I love it here. And there's the road going on through to Redhorn Hill. Follow it on round, and you should be able to make out its course. Goes to the top of the hill, then it drops down, and then it goes up. In the distance, there's the trees. They are on Redhorn Hill. A little clump of trees there is Redhorn Hill. This is at the top of Greenlands Hill, and that's looking along the old road that was to West Down Camp at Hill's Head. And there's the road that we're going to be going back down in a minute. That one, which will then take you into Greenlands Camp itself. We'll have a look at Greenlands on the way back down. Have a look at some of the scenery. There's the wood we mentioned earlier on. You can tell we're not too far away from home. Because, there they are, the grain silos, look. So there's the road we're going down. And there's the one that we just come down. That was a trifle muddy, that was. That was a bit mucky. And there's the wood, which is near the finger post that we've just been to. That little track takes you on to the back of West Down Camp as well. And of course we've got the woods. birds singing. That's the good thing about coming out on the plain. As I've said earlier on, it is very quiet and you get to hear the birds. Let's go on down to Greenlands. Well, these buildings are at Greenland's farm camp, which are out in the middle of Salisbury Plain. They're situated between the Bustard Vedette and West Down. They became abandoned sometime during 1961, and since then they've been, well, just left to stand derelict. That one's been demolished, but you can make out the steps. I think that might have been sort of like a what do they call it? A bluefins, and like a mess room, I suppose. You carry it on round, and there's another. That was block of 2 originally, but the one to the right side of it was knocked down back in the 1980s. Through the trees, I don't know if you can make that out, you should be able to. That building was an officer's mess, I would imagine. That was Greenland's camp. Well, there we are. We've had a look at Salisbury Plain. Well, a bit of it anyway. We'll have a look at some more another day.